This video is an introduction to Super Smash Bros. Melee as a competitive game. If you have only played Smash as a casual player, then please keep an open mind, as this will be very different than what you're used to. Super Smash Bros. Melee is a fighting game released for the Nintendo GameCube in 2001. It has since had two sequels in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Smash Bros. for the Wii U. Despite this, Melee still has over 1,500 sign-ups for EVO 2015 and a competitive scene that is as flourishing as ever. How come that an almost 15-year-old game still has thousands of people competing and playing? And why is Super Smash Bros. Melee the greatest game of all time? Well, let's take a look, shall we? This is the Smash Bros. Most of you are used to. 4-player action on wacky stages with lots of items spawning in. It's mostly chaotic and undeniably fun. A lot of people, including the main designer of the series, believe this to be the way the game was intended to be played. But let me introduce you to a whole new world.
Dumpster! And he drops the Stitch. Weston is looking like he wants to win all. Oh! That chance of pulling those 3 for some money. Oh! Take that!
Nice. I'm scared. I am scared. Oh my god!
Melee has a lot of mechanics in it that allow the game to be played on a much deeper level than most video games in general. The most important aspect of this is the unique air dodging mechanic. If you shield while in the air, you not only stop momentum, but also create new momentum into a direction of your choosing. Honestly, this doesn't seem that important, right? But look at this. On the left side of the screen, you can see movement using this air dodging mechanic. On the right side, I try to replicate that movement in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, a newer entry into the series that removed that kind of air dodge. As you can see, Melee allows for much faster movement, which is the most important aspect of the game. Smash is a game about movement and outmaneuvering your opponents. As you know, there's no HP bar, and the goal of the game is not to deal a certain amount of damage, but to knock your opponent off the stage. And to do that, you don't actually have to deal any damage at all. The combo system in this game is one of a kind. There are no preset button inputs that result in a determined true combo. Instead, each attack inflicts a certain amount of hit stun and knockback on your opponent, both of which depend on the damage the character had taken up to that point. Hit stun determines for how long your character can't move after getting hit, while knockback determines how far your character flies away. I think you can see where this is going. If you get a hit on your opponent, they can't react for a while, and if you then get another hit, well, now we got a combo started. It's really a free-flowing combat system. You change your playstyle depending on the situation, and no situation occurs twice. Now, this is where the real genius of the game comes in, with a little mechanic called Directional Influence, or DI. DI allows you to slightly change the direction you're going in after getting hit. Not by a lot, no, not at all, but by enough. Enough for you to have a big influence on how your opponent gets to combo you. Just to give you an example of what impact DI has on the game. This fox is getting comboed by a Falco while having questionable DI. The kind of DI that I would have. Now, this right here is the same situation, but this time the fox is played by one of the best players in the world and deals with the problem in a far better way. DI gives you control by getting hit. You have this defensive option that doesn't actually take away from offensive options. It's not a shield, it's a reaction. It's beautiful, really. And these four mechanics, to me, are the most important in defining how Melee works and what makes it so special. But they aren't anywhere close to being all of them. There's also L cancelling, which reduces your landing lag, smash DI, which helps you get out of otherwise deadly situations, wave davishing, which is just a slight movement on the ground and doesn't really do that much if you're bad, but it can be hugely useful, and honestly I could just keep going forever. There's so much depth to this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can spend your entire life just figuring out new strategies and new styles about how to play this game. But the game is not all that makes Melee great. This game has no online support. If you want to play Melee, then you get yourself a CRT. Yes, a CRT. You play Melee on CRTs, don't question it. A GameCube and a player, and then you sit down next to them and you start playing. Do you like watching Dota LANs? Do you enjoy having a crowd getting hyped as the big plays happen? Do you enjoy having the players on screen and seeing their emotions and reactions during the game? Welcome to every single Smash tournament. The players in this scene are passionate and invested into this game and everything that comes along with it, because they had to be. Smash never got any support from its developers, and the fighting game community never accepted it as one of its own. But people love this game, so they just built a scene from the ground up. They hosted tournaments in basements and in gardens and anywhere they could. This scene has survived 2 sequels and is going stronger than it ever has 14 years after its original release. And what a scene it is. Let me just tell you some stories about it. For a few years now, the so-called gods of Smash have ruled the competitive environment. These 5 players were so far above and beyond anybody else that they only lost to each other. And if one of them entered a tournament, well, that god would win. Those players are Hungrybox, Mewtwo King, PPMD, Armada and Mango. Now, only very recently have other players started to become good enough to challenge the top 5. Most notably a player called Leffen. At the start of 2015, Leffen played against Armada in the grand finals of Beast 5, and he was doing great. Armada couldn't keep up, so he started to what seemed like meditate.
Wouldn't use it for take advantage of it himself.
Right, but probably, yeah, it might have been.
Really good stuff though, man. Leffen is at 2-1. This is point game, championship game. Yeah, 2-1, right?
Yeah, it's right.
This is it. This.
Yeah,
like first off, guys, so let me just tell you something. This man, not only is he close to getting first place here at the tournament, but he's close to getting a free flight at Apex, a free hotel, and remember, there's a $1,000 pop bonus with, courtesy of Twitch, which he might have a great share of. This is huge.
This is huge, make no mistake. And he will be able to pay quite a few rents with this, I mean.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a living off of esports if you're good enough.
Okay, what's going on now? Is Armada warming up his hands, or is he focusing?
I think he's warming up his hands.
Okay. Armada definitely looked like he's really focused. Yeah.
He wants to win this.
Okay.
But I am afraid that he is more scared of losing than he is hungry for winning.
You think so?
I think so. I think so. And I think that is a bad mindset.
Yeah.
You should be hungry for the win, but you shouldn't be afraid to lose.
Never think about the result. Just think about what you need to do to get there.
Yes, exactly. Focus on the game and these huge combos from Armada.
Oh
and
my
the crowd
gosh!
is going wild. The crowd is going wild.
Man, this guy, did he really just meditate?
Maybe he did. Maybe he did.
Maybe
Helios learned him some stuff.
Did Earth lend him their strength?
Oh my God!
Earth! Oh my God!
This
Armada!
is destruction!
Whoa! AR. This guy. Adam Lindgren.
Yep.
Armada. He's
Armada
saying
chance.
this man is literally trying to say, "Who is you?" right now. This is we have 14-year-old Armada saying, "Who is you? Who is you?" Bringing it back to 14 years. Man, I can't believe it. The long hair with the cap and everything.
Oh, he was so cute, man. I hate the fact that he got rid of his long hair. And Hack said, before this, he said, "I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that Armada is gonna get a 4-stock."
Oh my gosh, dude. Who is you?
Oh, what nice spacing.
Armada, are you real? Armada?
Only a few weeks ago, SFAD was playing against Hungrybox. And he was on the verge of winning. SFAD is not a god. SFAD is very good. But nobody even considered him really all that close to that level. But here he is, almost winning. Now Hungrybox used to play while standing up, but he recently stopped and went back to sitting like everybody else. But this set was so close. Hungrybox stood up midway through the match. And all of a sudden, the comeback is real. But SFAD is not going out like that. Melee scene is as anime as it gets. No other game has as much emotion and frankly hilarity in it as Smash has. You wouldn't believe the kind of shit that goes down. Not too long ago, two players were trash talking each other on Twitter. And then one of them dropped a diss rap on the other guy. No, I'm not kidding. Well, just listen to this.
I'm not lawful, make this pussy stop talking. You're not one of the gods, you're one of the god awful. We all got kin when looking at your fox. Bitch, stick to Smash 4 and losing by 4 stocks. Not a fan of your style, you ain't standing your ground. You get wins while kicking a man when he's down. Like, I beat Mango, I'm the favorite if he chokes. As far as Armada goes, I'll just wait till he's a host. Ain't no telling how foolish you'll be looking. Evidence I zip can't contain the ass whooping. Right when we realize the money match is over, that'll be a cue to throw your controller.
Another thing I love about this game is that it has an unlimited skill potential. Look at what's on the screen right now. This is a so-called TAS replay. This is not actually played by a human. This kind of gameplay is both possible and impossible. It's possible because vanilla Melee allows for it, but no human could ever pull it off. It's far too difficult. Being perfect at this game is impossible. But that also makes it very exciting to see what certain players choose as their style. You're seeing a lot of Fox today. Balance in fighting games is always difficult, especially if you only get one opportunity since there are no online patches. The balance of this game is not perfect. Out of the 26 possible characters, only 8 are considered viable. But please don't think of this as a huge negative. It's actually more than fine, because those 8 characters offer a huge variety of playstyles. Fox and Falco, while they look very similar, play differently from each other. Fox being a horizontal character that kills vertically, and Falco being a vertical character that kills horizontally. Sheik is fast and she chains long grabs into her combos. Marth has huge range and insane kill power if properly spaced. Jigglypuff is difficult to combo and has a one-hit kill move, but she also dies very quickly. Peach can float through the air, pull items to help her in combat, and has the most devastating down smash in the game. Captain Falcon is speed and power incarnate, but has limited defensive options. And finally, Ice Climbers. Well, they are the Ice Climbers. Just look at the guys, they are as unique as they come. Yeah, Fox is generally considered more powerful than anyone on this list, but that doesn't mean that the rest of the cast stands no chance. The last Apex was won by a Marth for a reason. And even outside of these 8 characters, there are players that take lower tier characters to new levels. Axe plays Pikachu like nobody else does. And Amsa is the greatest Yoshi we have ever seen. And he got 5th at Apex, trumping many Foxes.
Nice light shield, not even trying to get shield slap as the shields do get really small. And another stock, Pikachu! Pika! Still at 0%. Oh, commentator's curse.
We went from trouble. I think, you know, Axe has been a fan of Team Rocket because that trouble doubled extremely quick. The Pikachu chant is humongous here. Oh man. Silent Wolf.
We've seen a lot of 4 stocks on this stage before.
But 45 seconds, Silent Wolf might be down to his last stock.
Is he going to get it before a minute passes? Well, let's see. He's right near the edge. Oh my god! Destruction!
That was emphatic. That was amazing. Mortality, are you watching? This boy Walgreens Drake says take care. You guys can thank me later.
Now let's really quickly talk about those sequels. What you need to understand is that Melee, at least in my opinion, has no true sequel. Compare these 2 clips. On the left, you can see the Grand Finals of Melee at Apex 2015, while on the right I put the Grand Finals of Smash for the Wii U of also Apex 2015. A lot of these mechanics that made Melee so great were either removed or greatly changed in any of the following titles. And you can see it. The newer games are much slower and much less combo based. They favor a more hit and run kind of playstyle. Brawl is as much of a sequel to Melee as League of Legends is to the original Dota. Yeah, they are similar and they share a lot of the same ideas and they are both great games in their own right. But God, League of Legends is not a sequel to Dota. It's just not. And while I'm at it, let me just quickly trash some of the other silly arguments people make. Sakurai said it's a party game. That doesn't matter. You think when they created the original StarCraft, they thought to themselves, oh, people are gonna fill stadiums just wanting to watch other people play our game. No. Esports did not exist back then. It was never even a consideration. You think the person that created the original Dota mod thought, one day this is gonna have a $10 million prize pool? No. It doesn't matter what Sakurai said. If the game is competitive and people are willing to compete, then let them compete. And this is one hell of a competitive game. But it was never meant to be played one-on-one. You're just abusing bugs. Now this is just wrong. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video that debunks this idea in detail. But there are trophies in the game that hint towards Falco pillaring and describe Fox as a great one-on-one character. This game was built with a competitive scene in mind. That's just a fact, and you saying it wasn't meant to be played like this is a simple lie. Now, I admit that nobody expected people to go this far in exploring the depth of Melee, but that again doesn't matter. I absolutely love this game, and I think you will too if you just give it a shot. You don't even have to play. I have been watching for years but never had an opportunity to play because there was no scene where I'm from. If you want to learn more about the rich history of this game, there's a documentary about it called The Smash Brothers. I'm gonna link it in the description. It's definitely worth the watch. Tomorrow, I have my first Smash tournament. We started a scene for a 14-year-old game. I'm incredibly excited, I really am. And I created this video because, well, you know, this is a Dota channel and I wanted you guys to understand what it is that I'm always so excited about. Anyway, I'm gonna try to put on a stream tomorrow, really hoping that works out. If you're watching at a later date, I really hope this helped you get an understanding of why this game is still so popular. Either way, I wish you a beautiful day.
Or stocks, and must take all of his opponent's stocks to win. KDJ will lose 3 on purpose.
Oh, Fox is so awesome. Oh, dude, so excited I'm playing this game again. Fox is really good.
Now he will try.
I want to introduce you to Korean DJ, who is one of the greatest Smash Brothers players of all time.
KDJ then invited the cameraman to fight.
What?
And then the producer.
Oh, there's gotta be enough of us here. Nice. Oh! Oh my god!